Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Me and My Shadow. How the heck's everybody doing today? I hope everybody's doing well. Sorry, I have an itch. Why is it every time you put your helmet on, you get an itch? So I hope everybody's doing well. Welcome back. I have a topic today that I thought we would go ahead and discuss. And what is that topic, you ask? Well, I guess the main question, I don't know, it's come to mind because I was talking to a friend of mine and they were like, "You ride motorcycles?" And I was like, "Yeah." And they were like, "Aren't you a little bit too old to ride?" Too old to ride. What do you guys think of that topic? I kind of came up with some points that I wanted to bring up. Some thoughts on that one. So without without any specific order or anything like that, I thought I would just go ahead and, I don't know, talk about it. So I think there's some benefits to riding when you're older, and I just thought in no particular order I would kind of go through them and just discuss them with you guys real quick. So the first thing I think of that comes to my mind is that if you're, say, in your 40s, your 50s, your 60s, heck, maybe even your 70s, you're an advantage over someone that probably is a little bit younger. And that's because, well, the obvious. We're more mature. And with that maturity, generally speaking, comes a little bit more financial stability, right? We all need something that we can do that's a hobby. And let's face it, motorcycle riding is, well, it's an expensive hobby, at least the initial startup. I'm not saying that you have to go out and buy 15 million motorcycles or what have you, but the initial startup on buying the bike and the gear and all those things, which I've gone through ad nauseum, is kind of expensive. So when you are older and more mature, you're more set in your job, you're more financially stable. You also, I don't know, you just have more disposable income, hopefully. Not everybody has bills, of course, but you know what I'm saying. So you can go out there and you can buy the motorcycle that's not going to be the $250 piece of crap that's going to sit in your garage and not work, and you're going to be able to spend more time on a decent, safe motorcycle that is going to allow you to spend more time riding and less time with junk. And then the next one falls into that too, is with age comes wisdom. Now guys that are in their, and ladies of course, that are in their 30s, 40s, 50s, well, we have more road time. We have more time. We've all, driven a car since we were probably 16. So we have a better sense of just the main traffic flow. Now, I'm not talking about just because we're older, we know immediately how to ride a motorcycle. That's not the case. But because we're older, we have more behind the wheel time. We have more road wisdom. We have more sense, I don't know, of what stupid people in cars are going to do, right? We have more ability to sense that. We've had years behind the wheel riding, and we know kind of what to watch out for. So just being out on the road itself, just traveling experience, well, we have that more than we would at, say, 20. We're not just starting out driving. And that, my friends, to me, look at all the pigeons over there. Pigeons. What are you feeding on, pigeons? Anyway, sorry, I got distracted. That right there tells me that we have an advantage over someone else that is a younger rider. Now, obviously, we have to keep ourselves in good physical shape to ride a motorcycle, and I've gone over the fact that we need to keep our head wits about us. But with that sense of responsibility and the age and the experience comes a better sense of being safe and a better sense. We've probably been through an accident or two. We've probably had a few things that have happened to us that have given us that road wariness that I think everybody needs, whether you're driving a car, excuse me, or riding a motorcycle. Road wariness. There's a new term for you. So those are some advantages, I believe. Oh my gosh, this truck, excuse me guys, this truck right here. Oh God, I'm sorry, I'll try to dub that out. Oh, the diesel on that truck was horrible. Woo! Ugh. Man, my eyes are watering inside my helmet right now. My goodness, guys. Wow. Alright, back to the topic. So we have a lot more financial security. We also have the ability to buy something that's not really a piece of garbage, right? We can go out, we can pretty much buy what we want. We have some credit set up if you want to do financing. We can buy the gear that we need to get started. So those are all advantages. And I don't know what to say to people that have this idea that if we ride a motorcycle, it's a death sentence. I don't get that. You know, I don't understand that. Anyway, another topic or another plus of being a more mature rider is that we can more or less ride our own ride. I don't know about you guys, but at my age, I'm 56. I kind of have a I don't give a shit attitude. Now, it's not that I don't give a shit about what people think or whatever. It's that I don't have an attitude where I feel like I have to keep up with somebody. I don't have to be out there doing wheelies. I don't have to. Nobody can tell me where I have to ride, what I have to ride. So we can kind of pick and choose how we want to ride and get more maximum enjoyment out of it because we're not feeling any pressure to ride anybody else's ride. We're not feeling any pressure to keep up with the motorcycle Joneses, so to speak. At least I don't feel that pressure, and you shouldn't feel that pressure. And guys, even if you're in your 20s and 30s and watching this video, you shouldn't feel pressure to ride somebody else's ride. Just ride your own. But the good thing about this motorcycling is that it's a sport and it's a hobby that you don't have to keep buying stuff for. Okay? Like if you don't have to, I don't know. I'm trying to think of a hobby that everybody likes to do where you got to keep buying more stuff. Once you do the initial purchase, unless you decide to step up to a bigger bike, you pretty much are set. So that's another plus. It's a hobby that'll last you a long time. I guess the best way I know how to put it is, look at it this way. You go out in your garage and it's always there. It's always ready for you. You've got your initial setup. You've got your bike. You got your jacket, you got your helmet, you got your gloves, you got everything you want on the bike, and it's just there. As long as you want to ride, it's there. And another thing that I will say that comes to mind also is, well, it looks like it's going to rain. I don't know if it shows up on camera or not, but it just got decidedly darker out. Wow. Crazy. I lost my train of thought. That is not a benefit of getting older. Not a benefit at all. I notice something changes in the weather and I lose my mind and forget what I was going to discuss. I guess the best way I know how to put it is peace of mind. It gives you, it's a release. And those of us that are older, we have kids, we have a mortgage, we have a job, we have responsibilities. And, you know, if you've got that boss, let's just say, that's been just riding your butt all week long or for the last month in a row, and you don't think the boss likes you, or if you've got a problem going on at home, an issue, well, you can get out on these bikes. You can hit the open road, and you can just have fun, and it just clears your brain. It allows your brain to say, hey, everything's going to be okay. I don't care if you're riding for 20 minutes or 2 hours, you're going to feel better after you ride the bike. And when we're older, we have more responsibilities. We just do, guys. We have more responsibilities to take care of. We have kids to worry about, school that they're in, you know, keeping your spouse happy, keeping your boss happy, all those things. And those can have a tendency to build up. And motorcycle riding is a very, very, very helpful and healthy way of relieving stress. Instead of sitting in front of the TV, eating Doritos and drinking too much beer, which, you know, you still can do, of course. But instead of doing that, you have a healthy option, which is get out here and ride. And some may say, well, it's not a healthy option because look how dangerous it is. And that is, my friends, where the motorcycle safety courses come in. If you have not taken a motorcycle safety course, please do so. It's of the utmost importance. You will learn more than you thought you would ever know. I've said it before in other videos, but my wife was just pushing me really hard. I wasn't an advocate. I wasn't the one that said, hey, you know, I'm going to go take this motorcycle safety course and spend an entire weekend riding a little Honda 250 so I can learn how to ride better. I was like, I've got this. I've ridden for years. My wife's like, no, you need to take the motorcycle safety course and get the endorsement on your license. And anyway, long story short, as usually happens, at least in my household, my wife's will won over my wants. And I went and took the course, and it was one of the best things I ever did. I learned so much about how to watch traffic patterns, how to position yourself properly, how to make yourself notice, because cars do not notice us at all. So if you haven't taken the safety course, take one. Take one. And make sure that you pay attention and pass the course, because it's all for your betterment. That'll be, when I look back on that motorcycle safety course, it's probably one of the best decisions I made. It was one of the best weekends I ever spent, even though I had to get up on Saturday morning and Sunday morning and go ride around the parking lot and drive through cones and take tests and all that stuff. But it was well worth the time. I learned so much. So, and I believe as more mature individuals, we are going to have a tendency to want to do that more. Unless, of course, you're like me and you just think you know it all, which I would not recommend that you take that route. I would recommend highly that you follow the advice of going to those courses. But we just have more sense of, we're not going to live forever. We want to do this. We know it's inherently unsafe. So we're going to do everything we can to make it as safe as we possibly can, because let's face it, at least in my, I have kids to come home to. I have a wife to come home to. So are you too old to ride a motorcycle? No. Unless you're at the point, honestly, where the weight of the bike is going to be too much for you, then you're never too old to ride. Unless you've got some vision impairment or motor skills impairment or back issues or something like that, you're not too old to ride. The benefits of riding, especially as an older, mid-50s adult, way outweigh any kind of irrational fear that you're just going to die as soon as you get on the motorcycle. I've had close calls. Everybody has close calls, and then I believe in your first year of riding, you're going to have a lot of close calls, because you're not really, even though you've taken the course and you understand everything, you're not going to be 100% experienced in doing it. So ride with vigilance and ride with your head on a swivel at all times. Practice, practice, practice. Go to those empty parking lots. Practice your U-turns. Practice, even if you go buy some of those little cones on a Sunday morning when it's dead outside, go buy some of those little cones and set up a little obstacle course for yourself and see how well you can do. The more practice you can get in, the better off you're always going to be. So, when you have someone tell you that, don't you think you're just a little bit too old to be riding a motorcycle, you could point them to this video. And you can say, well, not Timmy66 on me and my shadow had some very, very important points. You could do that. Share the video with those doubters. I don't think we're out there riding, guys. I don't think that we're at our mature age. I don't think we're out here riding because we want to be we want to be cool, of course. We always want to be cool. But we're not out here to try to impress the girls. Most of us have a wife or significant other at home. We're not out here trying to prove who's the fastest or the greatest. We're out here having fun, man. Relaxing and enjoying. I can tell you my mood was down before I got on this motorcycle. And now you can hear it in my voice. The joy, the pleasure. I don't know if is it a dopamine release in your brain? But we're not out here looking for seeing how many wheelies we can do and all that stuff. We're out here to enjoy ourselves, to really enjoy the ride, to ride our ride on the bikes that we can afford. And of course, Honda Shadow 750 American Classic Edition is no slouch in that department. So get out there and ride, guys, like I always say. Like I always try to remember to say to you guys and remind you of, even though you probably know it and you're like, oh my God, here we go, he's going to say it again. You're dang right I'm going to say it again. This is the channel for those that are addicted. This is the channel, this is a help group for those that cannot stop riding motorcycles. This is for those that are sadly addicted, hopelessly lost, and can't remember to turn off their turn signals. This is the channel for that. Get out there and ride your own ride, guys. Get out there. It's not what you decide that you're going to ride, what you're going to purchase. Get what's great for you. Get what's comfortable for you. And get what you really love. And get out there, take that safety course, and ride. It's not what you ride, it's that you ride. That's all I got for today, guys. I'm going to be heading out to another camping scouting trip soon, so stay tuned for that. If you have subscribed to my channel, I greatly appreciate you. And if you're just a casual viewer of the channel, thank you for stopping by and watching. Feel free to subscribe if you like what I do. Give me a thumbs up if you like the content, thumbs down if you don't. That lets me know what direction I'm going in as far as what you guys like to hear and see. And that's all I got for today. I hope everybody has a wonderful Friday. We're coming up on the weekend. It's a little cloudy out here in Texas, as you can see. But we'll still make it happen. We'll still do some riding. We'll still have some fun. More videos to come, guys. Thank you so much for watching me and my shadow. I hope everybody has a wonderful day. And we'll talk to you again very, very soon.